Hi guys, Dr. Simon here, and welcome back to episode 8 of Building a Brand. Last month we did the first part of the two-part consistency series that we're doing, and it was on professional consistency, how to be consistent in the way that you build your brand and everything that is involved with that. So if you didn't watch that one, go and check it out. It, I think, has a lot of value in it. This month we're talking about personal consistency, so consistency outside of the actual functionality of your brand, but super vital to building the foundations as a bedrock of staying power in your brand. So for me, this has been one of the most important things as I've built multiple brands over my career, to have this consistency within my personal life, and that's been super powerful for me. So I think that this all comes out of a really solid routine. For me, that routine starts very early in the morning, but however it works into your own day, I think you've got to really systemize it. You've got to have discipline around it. And if you do that, you can have incredible outcomes off the back of it. So for me, I've broken it up into a 5-part sort of key pillars. And those pillars are spelt out by the acronym SMILE, which is obviously very appropriate as a dental bit of content. But those are the ones that, according to the evidence, have the biggest output for the input that you put into them. So we're going to go through those quickly now. I'm talking about this a lot this year in a new lecture that I've written called the Dental Growth Protocol, which I'm giving at the Denture Show in Birmingham and also at the BACD Young Dentist Day towards the end of the year. So I'll be going into more detail on it there. But this is... as I say, I think it's a really great way for you to start building up your daily routine, building up the foundations of you as a person, and therefore use that to build really successful brands with longevity. So SMILE, what does it stand for? So first letter is S. S stands for sleep. Sleep is more and more nowadays becoming clear as probably the most important part of an effective leader, really, in many ways. Or just an effective person. But when it comes to showing up for your team and showing up for your customers, I think without good sleep, you can't make good decisions, and without good decisions, you can't build a good brand. So prioritizing sleep. People will be aware who follow me on social media that I wake up very early. I wake up around 5 a.m. And we'll get onto that a bit later on. But I don't do that at the deficit of my sleep. I always make sure that I'm getting around 7 to 8 hours a night, and consistency around sleep and wake times and those sort of things. The evidence is very strong on. So sleep is a huge one, and probably the sort of central pillar to everything. The next one is M. M stands for mind. So you can look at this as either mindfulness or meditation. Again, I make sure that I implement at least one of those things during my day. And that can be things like breath work as well. Loads of evidence to support the improvements in mental health, the improvements in sort of cognitive ability by creating that space in our daily busy lives. And I actually calendarize that in my diary, which makes me do it. Otherwise, if it's not in the calendar, sometimes it doesn't get done in a busy day. The next one is intake or input. So for me, I've tried to bring together everything that you're taking into your body as one category. So whether that be making sure you're well hydrated, making sure that your food sources are of the highest quality. And now food can be a very divisive topic, but for me, I try to simplify that into simply whole foods of the highest source possible, the highest quality possible, seasonal as possible, as local as possible, and no processed foods. And so by hydrating properly and eating properly, you'll find that actually the fuel you're putting in your body really drives your ability to get the most output out of your brand, and that's what we're focusing on here. The next one is love. Love or relationships have been proven time and time again to actually drive our personal satisfaction in life. Having good relationships can actually hugely increase your longevity as well, which is really interesting. But whether those relationships be romantic or friendship or family, they're all important. You need to concentrate on them. You need to focus on them, give them time. and they will have a positive impact on your business as well, which is a sort of a secondary benefit. And then the final one is exercise. So exercise for me has been probably the biggest positive change that I've made in my life, exercising every day. And that takes a variety of different forms, from strength training to running to Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. But that has been crucial in being an anchor in my life when the world of business and brands can sometimes all clash together at the same time. Having that daily exercise is something that I find to be crucial, and that's why I post it on my socials every day, because I hope to inspire many of you, and many of you messaged me saying that it has inspired you to do the same, and how much of an impact it's had on you, which is great. So that's it. That's Smile. As I say, I'm going to be going into a lot more detail on that in the lecture that I'm giving around the country this year. But all of those 5 components require consistency, and that's the key message here. Be consistent. Don't rely on motivation. Rely on your discipline to say, that is what I'm going to do. Based on the evidence, I know that's going to be good for me. Don't overcomplicate it, and I think you'll find that actually it has a huge positive benefit on the brands that you're able to build. So, hope that was helpful. As always, drop me a DM if you want me to cover anything else, and I'll see you on the next one.